Everybody knows what protective custody is. That's when your ass is scared for your life and you don't want to be around anybody else. If you can't handle that heat, then stay your ass about the kitchen, man.
Haha, dog, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all make sure y'all do me that solid favor, hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be speaking a little bit on PC, which is protective custody. All right? For those that don't know what that is, that's when you're scared, you don't wanna be around other people, you feel like you're in harm's way. When you go PC, they're gonna put you in the cell. Either you'll be PC'd up by yourself, or I've seen some institutions where they'll have a complete cell filled with, PC inmates. So you might have 2 in there, you might have 4 in there, but you're all on protective custody until, the warden of whatever institution you're at feels like taking that lift up off you and putting you back out there on the compound with everybody else. All right, now, a lot of people, that PC up, what it comes from. It comes from pressure. Pressure busts pipes. They're scared. They don't know how to defend themselves. They've never been in these type of situations before. They've never had to rock out. They never had to fully protect themselves. Maybe they're used to only rocking out when they have other people around them, as far as like homeboys or a gang. Maybe they're only, who they truly are when they're with, their gang brothers. But then you catch them by themselves and then they PC up. Down here we call it checking in. When someone checks in, they go PC. You feel me? And you can still get touched while on PC. There's ways for other gang members to actually go PC just to get put on PC to catch you. And then at the end of the day, I said this plenty of times, that you're still going to be put on the bus with everybody else who isn't PC come the day to be transferred. All right? When you go on that prison bus, as soon as you go on there, there's a cage on both sides that holds a seat and a seat. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna walk through that cage, and then it's gonna be the rest of the seats. Them cages ain't meant for PC people. Them cages are meant for people who are going to CM, control management, okay? If you PC and you've been in confinement the whole time and this gang wants your head the whole time you were back there, the day you get transferred, you're gonna get put in them regular seats back there with everyone else who's getting transferred. So they can still catch you. I've seen it happen plenty of times. I've heard of it happening plenty of times as well. Oh, they got his ass. You hear him screaming right at the center gate before they even leave. Someone got a hold of him. You feel me? So going PC ain't always a good thing, so don't think that's going to save your life, because at the end of the day, if they want it that bad, there's ways around it to find it. Now, what really made me want to speak on this is not every time is it actually the inmate's choice to go PC, okay? That's the main topic I wanted to speak on about this PC shit is, yeah, you got people that are scared, that can't take it. They check in, they PC up because they're in fear for their life. A lot of people who have drug habits do it mostly. They'll front a bunch of dope or whatever, get put in the hole. They can't, pay up. The pressure's just building up on them. You feel me? They don't want to pay up. They have that habit where they keep going buying from somebody else. Now they're stuck between 2 dope boys who want their money. Some people will just run up a tab with you and check in for no reason. You see what I'm saying? Some people will literally run up a tab with people and check in on some random person. Won't even know who that person is. They'll just pull you to the side and be like, this dude checked in up under you. Okay? Now, that's common. That's the ones that you mostly see people PCing up. But, like I said, not all inmates have the choice of PCing up or not. What I mean by that is, if the officers know someone is after you, kind of like one of my homeboys it happened to when I was in prison, he got chased on camera with a knife, okay? So if they rewind the cameras and they see you're being chased with a knife, or if they know that these people are after you, if they really want to get you out of harm's way, they will put you on PC. So some people do get put on PC that didn't even, volunteer or want to be put on protective custody. You know, that's where a lot of people don't understand, is you'll feel like someone's on PC, what'd he do to get there? He checked in, he's scared for his life, they broke him. And sometimes, you know, that isn't the cause. You feel me? Now, if them officers don't give a damn about you and they want you to learn from your mistakes, or they want somebody to eat you, they want someone to come after your ass like you're a dinner plate, then of course they're not going to snatch you up off the compound and place you on protective custody. You know, but if you're at a certain institution where them officers don't play that shit, and them officers want to be real strict and they want to try to run their compound and have their compound down pat and on lock, you feel me, to where it looks like the guards run it rather than the inmates having control of everything, if they know that, you know, harm's after you, and they know that a gang wants your head, or they know that you just did something to somebody, or one of your peoples did something to somebody that you could be targeted, they'll snatch you up and put you on PC, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, your gang brothers are going to have to understand that. Your gang brothers, you know, are going to have to find out the true cause of why you got put on PC. You feel me? And sometimes people get ate for the wrong reason by their own organization. Their organization will find out why they actually went back there. They'll feel like since they're PC, that's all they need to know. And to me, it's kind of wrong, because you never know if this dude was chased on camera with a knife or whatever it may be. Like when I was on the pound, I seen 2 gangs going to war, and when one gang's brothers got like took up through there for a whole day straight, late night, the officers came around and picked up all the rest of that gang that was in the computer and listed as a gang member, picked all of them up, that the ones that didn't get wet up, and put them on PC. You see? Put the rest of that whole gang on PC. You see, that's the type of shit that, you know, you actually see happen when you're in prison. So it isn't always a choice. Sometimes you're going to get put on that shit whether you like it or not. You know, you got some people that are hard-headed, knuckleheads, that don't give a damn about time. They don't care to catch an ad charge. They don't care about none of that shit as long as they hit their target. So if they catch your ass on camera, that camera ain't stopping nothing. If they want to wet you and try to air your ass out, they still gonna try to do it. Yeah, they left a paper trail. That paper trail can get them in trouble, get them sent to CM, or get them transferred with some box time or whatever it may be. But it can also get you put on PC and get you transferred. And then, you know, when you go to another camp, you know, then you got to wait for that warden at the new camp to sign off on you in order to go back on the compound. No matter what camp you go to when you are on PC, it don't matter if it's the camp that you just arrived at, that warden is going to have to sign that you were no longer in danger for you to hit the compound. And I guess it protects their own ass. And me personally, I never knew at first that PC inmates were on the bus with everybody until I got transferred from Charlotte to DeSoto. All right? There was another white boy on the bus. He was running his mouth and shit. He was acting like he was cool and all this different shit. You know, and I didn't know anything about him. He was on the bus with all of us, talking, chopping up, vibing. Them officers came on that bus, took all of us, brought us inside the DeSoto main building to strip search us and to go through our property and shit. First thing they did is they called him out of his name. And then everyone was looking. That means he was going to confinement at DeSoto because the warden ain't signed off on him yet. See, it ain't like you're just going to be PC at this camp, go to your next camp, and they're going to just let you right back on the compound. Nah. They'll do that with people who've been in confinement. You know, you might get 250 days in the box at your camp and then serve 150 and get transferred. And then you can get to your new camp and they not even make you finish the rest of your box time in the box. They're like, ah, it's a new institution. Just put them on the pound. And they spare you. But you will be going through confinement through your reception centers as you get to your main camp. You see what I'm saying? Now, that white boy got called out. He was the only one that was PC'd up and he got put in the box. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Now, let you be that person, you know, that was on the bus hanging out with everybody acting like you're a GP inmate, which is general population. You're just a regular like we are. You know, you're not on PC, you're not going to CM, you're just a regular inmate that is on the main compound like us. So let you be hanging out with everybody on the bus like that, and then when you go to the new camp, they pull you to the side. They're not going to just quietly say, hey, look, you come this way. They're going to make it known. If I call your name, stand to the left. Or they're going to be like, you. We had one person on here that's PC'd, and it's going to be you I'm taking. I could tell by the look in your eyes, you're the one that's PC, and this and that. And they're going to try to make an ass out of you and try to, cause attention to make you feel bad and make you stand out. That's the type of shit. But when you go to confinement now on the PC, when you get out a couple months later, everyone's going to remember who was on that bus with you. They're going to remember you was PC when you got there. Straight up. They're going to be like, oh yeah, that dude was PC. You feel me? I wonder why he was on PC. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you're not going to just go there and then be blended in on the compound. You still got to go to confinement and wait till they take that hold off you. Now, for celebrities, for instance, y'all know how it is with celebrities. If you're a person that's famous and you get locked up, they could put you on PC. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't because they purposely volunteered to PC up. Some of them do. I'm not saying that all of them, don't. But some of them do. You know what I'm saying? But being a celebrity, they know there's going to be people in there that want your head just because you're a celebrity. There's going to be people that know you're worth money, so they might want to try to extort you, get you up under their wing. And there's going to be people in there that just off rip want to be known as the person who got their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Because look at it. If you was locked up right now and you came across Lil Wayne, right? Would you be cool with him? Would you try to get money out of him? Would you try to get him to hear you rap, maybe set you up with a record deal? Or would you just want to beat his ass because you know it's going to go viral? Inmate fights Lil Wayne, takes off on Lil Wayne. You see? So you got people in there that ain't got no problems with the celebrity, but there's just so many things at stake when the celebrity is in there that they will place them on PC. Literally. And there's nothing that they could do about it. Some of them get put out there in the main, line and shit like that. But it's rare. It's not like everybody does that. You get what I'm saying? And they might get placed in a place that ain't called PC, but it's still like PC. It's limited to who has access to them. It's limited to who they could be around. How long they're allowed out. Or some of them might be just stuck in the cell the whole time. You never really know. But PC isn't always volunteered. It isn't like the inmate always has to check in to be put on PC. That's what made me want to do this video. Because off rip, when you hear PC, you think bad about that individual, right? I know, because I still do it. Even though I know all these things, when I hear someone went PC, I'm like, oh shit, that boy went PC? There's a difference from being put on PC than going PC. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't, have any say-so. Just like they put you in whatever cell they want to put you in. Whatever dorm they want to put you in, whatever cell you're sleeping in, whatever person they bunk you with, whoever your cellmate's going to be, all that shit is already orchestrated before you even get there. Literally. The person who was in the bunk before you has a place to be because the person that's in the bunk where he's going is being moved. That dude's name's sliding where that bunk was at. Your name's sliding where his bunk is at. And then they're just rotating everybody, moving everybody where they're at, from institution to institution. So there's really nothing you could say about it. But if you are one of the people that PC'd up on your own, you chose that route, I feel like you chose a bitch route. That's a coward route. That's a hoe route. Straight up. That's how I look at it. Because almost everybody who's in prison somewhat, did a crime, committed a crime, was involved in the crime, partaked in it, was around it, or anything, So at the end of the day, we're all men. You get put in a place like that with nothing but men, this is where you deserve to be. You broke the law. You're a man. You deserve to be in a man prison. You see? And you got people that dwell on the weak. It's common sense, no matter where you go. They've been doing that shit since I was juveniles. Every juvenile camp I went to, juvenile detention centers, you see people picking on people. That shit, it's a cycle. It's a rotating cycle that will never stop. But if you PC up or you check in, I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? If I remember you checking in when I was locked up with you and you PCing up, you took a bitch route, you didn't rock out or go out with a bang, I can't respect you on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different. Like that vibe and that bond ain't gonna be there like it was once we were locked up. It's different now if they put you on PC, you know? Like I said, what happened to one of my homeboys, he got chased on camera with a knife. And I remember he was complaining, he was bitching at them that he wants to be taken off PC. You get what I'm saying? He didn't want to be on PC. You know, what the fuck, this and that, this and that. And it sucks because it's out of your hands. And you can't do shit about it. They're going to transfer you. You can't even redeem yourself. Now when you go to another camp, if people ever want to question you, why were you PC when you got there? You're going to have to like break up the cycle and break it down to them the whole reason why you landed in PC. Okay? And from what I've seen down here in the state of Florida, people who are on PC, you can't hide. Literally. Because on the outside of your cell door, you'll see, you know, the picture. It has your printout or your picture on the door. It'll have two of them. If it's a double cell, it's gonna have two pictures with two pictures of the inmates. Show who's the top bunk, who's the bottom bunk. You fuck around, you see that shit highlighted, or it might be written in pink highlighter. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how it is, at whatever camp. Every camp has its own way to like, you know, to label it to where you know that's a PC, that's a PC. And you could see it on all the cells. You could tell who's what. But they would never put someone who isn't PC in the cell with someone who is PC. You see? So if that happens, then they fucked up and there was an error. You know what I'm saying? I had that happen to me one time with this big ass dude named Concrete. You feel me? I had a bunkie. His nickname was Concrete. Big ass dude. He was a GD. And me and him got put in a cell together and shit. In about 2 days, they came over there and they said, boy, one of us ain't supposed to be in the cell together because we're on PC. So I looked over. Like, if you seen me, how small I was in prison, I lost all that weight. I was small. You see this big ass dude, Concrete, big old fat dude. You feel me? You would have thought it was me, not him. And it was him. They took him out of the cell. I'm like, damn, bro. He's like, bro, I don't know what this is, bro. I don't know why, bro. He's cuffing up, sticking his hands through the flap. Y'all gotta have a mistake. What it was is he got high as hell, smoking mollies, smoking that K2 shit and everything, and he nutted up and he checked in. That's what happened. That's how he landed up. He got paranoid and he landed in confinement. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, well, at least people know it wasn't me. It was him. Now all of his brothers are sending him kites and shit, telling him to explain what happened. Different shit like that. But it was just funny because here you got me and you got him, and his big ass was the PC. You feel me? But what it was is I came to confinement so late, they just threw me in his cell. You see? But they got on that shit ASAP. Once they started rotating people and another room opened up, they was able to move everybody. And it's crazy because you can't stop what they're going to do with you, who they're going to put you in there with. You feel me? So it ain't like if you're sitting there and you're looking at your cell window and you see PC, you know, papers on everybody's doors, there's no way that one of them dudes is PC and the other one ain't, and they've been in the same cell for a week or two. There's no way possible. Because if something happened to that dude that's on PC, the prison, the institution can be held accountable because they're labeled as to be in protective custody. Why this inmate wasn't in protective custody? How did this other inmate have access to him? How did this other inmate get his hands on him if he's in protective custody? You see what I'm saying? So don't ever let no one lie to you and say, oh, I ain't PC, just my bunkie is. No, they both are. Straight up. Because if they're not, they want to be in that same cell. No longer than a night, if anything. You feel me? But Charlotte was just fucked up like that. Charlotte had people that were in DC confinement, which is disciplinary report confinement, and AC confinement, which is administrative confinement. DC confinement is the people that are sentenced already, that have box time, they're already sentenced from their DR hearing. AC confinement is people that are pending their DR hearing. They're waiting to be sentenced on the DR. They're not even found guilty yet. They're not supposed to be in the cell together. AC confinement is supposed to be with AC confinement. DC confinement is supposed to be with DC confinement. Charlotte was so fucked up. They had that shit all mixed up and everything. You could be in there with somebody that's got fresh 60 days in the box and you ain't even guilty yet. He can go to rec because he's already been in there 30 days or more. You can't go to rec yet because you ain't been back there long enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, they had it all because they run out of room. It cycles every single day. You know what I'm saying? People going in and out, in and out. That's what it is, you feel me? But that's probably why they didn't care and they threw me and that dude in the same cell like that. But he was cool as hell. I talked to him that night and everything. We were vibed down shit. I got me a whole $100 bag of canteen sitting back there from somebody to me and shit. So he was like, damn, boy, you got it like that? I'm like, man, they all love Frog on the compound, bro. They all fuck with Frog, bro. I'm a solid one, you know what I'm saying? And I don't gangbang. He was like, bro, that's raw, bro, to see another white boy, you know what I'm saying, put on like that. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm me, dog. I got to do what I got to do at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I don't start shit with nobody, dog, but at the same time, dog, like if I got to prove something, I'll prove it, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the mellow, laid back, kind of laughing, giggling type dudes, you feel me? I try to make everyone laugh and make their time go by because we all in this shit together. That's how I look at it, you know? And then fucked around and they came and that big boy was on PC, dog. I couldn't believe it. And I ran into Concrete again at DeSoto, like a year later. The place I EOS'd from. You feel me? I ran into him there and I was like, dog, and he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, it's all good, bro. Shit was, I just got a violation from all my brothers and shit. They know I was geeking. I was fucked up off that shit. I'm like, that's crazy though, dog, because you had to go through that. You feel me? You still was put on PC. See what I'm saying? Now, if y'all ever been locked up, y'all know anybody that ever went PC, drop it in the comment section. If y'all ever knew anybody that got placed on PC not voluntarily, like they got in a situation, so they got put on PC, put that shit in the comment section so other people, you know, can kind of understand the differences. There's a difference from being put on PC than going PC, you understand? And even though, you know, I'm one of them people that still hold PC against people like that, you know, I don't care where your ass checked in. I still hold it against people even though I know there's more than one way. You know, there's always different circumstances and situations. I'm only human. But at the end of the day, I still hold it against people like that. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to put that shit in the comment section. Let me know if y'all ever seen anybody go PC. If you've ever seen anybody that didn't go PC, but they made them PC up. If you've ever been put in PC. I've never been put in PC. So I want y'all to drop if y'all ever got put in PC. Maybe you got in a fight with someone, they knew they were gang members, so they took all y'all, put them boys in the box and put you on PC because they knew it was a gang that was after you, something like that. Drop it in the comment section. Y'all know I'm always up to, you know, seeing new shit like that. But today, this video is strictly on the choices of PC. All right, I wanted to do something different, speak on some shit that nobody really speaks on. And, you know, I appreciate y'all watching the video. Like I always say, I'm going to wrap this one on up. Y'all make sure y'all keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, pedos, heavy gunners, all them out your circle. And until next time, don't go PC. It's the one and only Frog.